So people often ask me, where did my development begin? So here's a story. So when I was 18, my great-grandmother unfortunately passed away. It was the first big death that I'd ever dealt with. I'd been around as she was unfortunately passing away through lung cancer. And she was talking to people that weren't there. And very Catholic upbringing on that side of the family, not me. And she was devout to Jesus. She absolutely loved God. She loved chapel. She went very often. She travelled to the holy places around the world, and it was her life. And so we could hear her talking to people when she was in her bed in the room, and we were all there. And one thing about that side of my family is when someone takes unwell or someone is dying, we all shift into a gear of let's be there as often as we can, and everybody works kind of constantly around the clock. So anyway, that's what happened. And I remember her talking to people that weren't there and thinking how strange, and never knowing I had a gift. So anyway, she appears at the foot of my bed 4 weeks after she died, and I thought I was dreaming, and I got out my bed and I walked towards her and she disappeared. Freaked out, I started to experience what I could only say was like hearing voices. That was the only way I know how to put it into words. And I went to the doctors, and they sent me to the psychiatric hospital, and I was telling these people that I could hear these voices and I knew things about people and so on. Eventually to discover and learn that I actually had a psychic and mediumship gift, and my spirituality opened up. But I was then warned very, very early on is don't go near the spiritual churches because they'll use you. And which I regret that happening and being said to me, because I stayed away from them almost for a good 10 or so years of my journey, and I never went near them. So anyway, fast forward to discovering what my gift was and not really knowing what to do. I used to shut my eyes and hold people's hands and wait to see what I said. And I'd done readings for 2 years for free to build up my experience and learn. And I was really self-taught, and I made many mistakes and done things that I probably shouldn't have done, and said things that I probably shouldn't have said to people, ethically, morally, whatever. But I learned, and I learned the hard way, and I teach my students, to be really strong and learn things, and a lot of them through the kind of this is what I went through so you don't have to kind of series of conversations. And maybe I should make some videos on that. And I teach them those things about this is what to do in this situation and what not to do and so on. Anyway, so I'll maybe make a video on that. But anyway, I then met a woman called Mavis Pittilla who single-handedly changed everything about me. She transformed everything about my working, and never in my life did I ever expect that I would be where I am now on my journey, because that woman helped shape who I am as a person, and as a medium and as a psychic and as a healer, and never knowing that would be my journey. Anyway, I'll make a part 2 and talk about that.